Hello everyone, am I audible? Hello everyone, am I audible? Can I have your acknowledgement in the mailbox? All right. Thank you so much. Since we know that you people were there in the sessions, right? So we shall wait for 2-3 more minutes while our other participants are joining us, since it's a lot of students are joining us for today, right? So let them be here. Once they all are here, we shall begin the session. So it's a matter of just 2-3 more minutes and we shall begin the session. All right. Thank you so much for your patience. All right. So we assume that maximum of our participants are here, right? So a very good evening, everyone. I hope your day would have been really wonderful today, and you all must have had fun and a lot of learnings, right? And it feels so amazed to see that you people are so hardworking, and keep yourself so motivated. Plus, you are so enlightened and aware of your future, your career, and that's what you're striving for, right? At a such young age, if this acknowledgement also come, that's a huge success. So I would like to congratulate everyone for being being so hardworking, so patient, and such a lovely audience, right? So I welcome you in the session for today, right? So today's session is gonna be very interesting, very important because now this week when we will move forward, we will be really going very closer to the mindset of the recruiter. We will understand and then we'll do the needful. In that, I would also need your interventions in terms of I would like to interact with you. I would like to ask you a few questions later, right? So now this series would really be very helpful and you are going to really enjoy these sessions for now, right? So like you all can see my screen today, my topic is very much clear, that is resume writing. Ma'am, can you please explain today what our topic about your strengths and weaknesses? Absolutely. When I would be starting with the series of interviews and mock interviews questions. So definitely, Priyanka, I'm going to solve all these questions about your strengths, your weaknesses, what to answer, when to answer, and how much to answer. All right. So yeah, so please wait till the interview series are yet to be started. So yes, today's session is gonna be very interesting for all of you out here. And yes, it will help you to understand how do we make the resume, or you call it as CV, and how do you publish it and make it reachable to the recruiter. Ma'am, you can say interview questions and answers. Yes, interview questions and answers that would be from the from I think next week onwards we will start with interview series. How to improve your communication? There is only a one way and one key for improving your communication is being in interactive. Second, be more in practice. Read and write more, read and speak more, right? That's how you improve your communication and try to be more of expressive rather being an introvert. Yeah. All right. So now today when we understand, can tell me something what you all understand from the term called resume writing. So the moment you hear bring your resume, upload your resume, make your resume, upload your resume all around across the world. Now but what that resume is actually, I want to understand. Yes, absolutely, you will be getting the recordings of these sessions. Now tell me what are resume? What is resume? Sorry. Your own information. Okay. It contains your detail of your information qualification. It's not basically your bio data. I will explain you how is it different. Qualification skills. Your skills. It's not my skills, Parag. It's your skills. Right? Qualification skills. Okay, great, wonderful answers. Now students, understand, let's understand what exactly it is. And someone wrote, two three people wrote that it's a biodata. No, understand what is biodata. Biodata is your biological information. Biological information means how do you look, what is your height, what is your weight, what is your skin color, how are you built, right? That is biodata. And biodata is normally shared when you are seeking for the proposals of marriages, right? So I am sure I can help you that ways also. If you reach the position where you want to find yourself a soulmate, then probably I can take a session to create a biodata. But for now, your prime goal is to get a job. So for that we create resume. So your biodata will have your name, your age, your date of birth, your likings, how tall you are, what is your weight, what is your body type, I mean, what is your skin color, what is your skin type. So these all features of your biological factors are included into one document and shared when maybe, when you are going for some marriage proposals or what. Now, this is a record, it's a document which which keeps a track record of your academics, your qualifications, your expertise, right, and various other things that are attached to it to make you better sold product. Now this might sound very very awkward. Sold product, do you think we are selling ourselves? Yes, my dear friends, you are selling, not you're selling yourself, but you will be selling your skills. Now it's similar, like, understand how similar it is. It's very similar, like, when you go and you sit in you go and buy a car, you first, what you get is a brochure, right? You get a brochure. In that brochure you will have a lot of information about that car. What's the mileage, colors, what are the variants available, what is the model number, pricing, then discounts and EMIs. Similarly, when you go and sell your skills to the recruiter, that recruiter seeks one brochure in terms of a resume or a CV to understand your features. So you can be as easy as an alto, you can be as expensive as a Porsche, or maybe yeah. So you can be as expensive as a luxurious car of your own likings, maybe a Harrier or maybe a Safari, or maybe any of your interests, right? So that's what the example could I can give you to connect you that how resume is important for any of the job aspirant. Do you all understood? Should I repeat it once again, or I'm sure you all got it? It's clear to everyone? Is it clear? Okay, now you all got it. It's a professional biodata. Okay, no, it's not a biodata again. It's a resume. So yes, it is. Now understood? Someone says it's clear. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, great. Okay, so this was the easiest example that I could have given you to understand what is resume and why is it been built, right? Now, how creative you can make your your resume is an art that actually impresses a recruiter, that if the person has really put in his or her efforts to create one document for himself or himself herself, to represent, to document their skills in a very chronological and very disciplined order, right? This is what he's also looking at. So once your resume reaches the recruiter after some filtration, so definitely it goes for screening. So screening means, does all the information required are there or not? Is that, does it look decent? Does it have something different what others would not have, right? So these are few screenings of the resume. Or is it matching to my profile, is it matching to my expectation or not? So those screenings are being done by the recruiter, so we have to fulfill that as well, right? So this is what we need to understand. Okay, I'm not able to hear what all are the messages that are reaching here. Let me expand this page. Just give me 1 second. Why is it not? Alright, no problem. Okay. Now, what all things should be there? Now, I don't believe in all these, stories. Resume is a tailored qualification experience. Now, understand what is a resume and what is a CV. So, can somebody can tell me the difference between what is a resume and what is a CV? Anyone? What is the difference between resume and CV? Okay. Okay, academic details. Resume is one page summary of your experience, job. CV is longer academics. Yes. Okay. So let me explain you in brief and in precise manner. Actually, when you create your resume, you create when you are a fresher, right? And resume is CV writing is when you are maybe holding some experience or looking forward some academic profile where you need to add on your projects, you need to add in your working experience, then probably you can write a CV. Now, for now, you would be having your resume ready for yourself, right? Now, few people would be thinking that, ma'am, how do we create and from where we can get all these things, right? So I'll show you few examples out here. Can you see this? Now you will have various websites on which you can create free, presentable, graphics or of resumes for yourself. You can do it on Zeti, you can do it on Canva, you can do it on Novo. So these are few resume builders that helps you to create your beautiful resume for absolutely free of cost. So for example, I'm showing you here, there are few examples that you can choose for yourself, right? You can have, resumes for yourself, right? You can choose any of them, right? So once you choose them, you can select them. For example, if I do this, it can ask you to add a new page and replace the current page, right? Correct. So that's how you can see you have a lot of options that you would like to choose for. Now few people might think that, ma'am, do you think these resumes would work anyways for us? So my dear friends, here this resume could be made if you are a if you are looking forward or you want to make your career as an artist, as a model, right? Maybe as an artist, makeup artist, or maybe some creator. That ways, this is also acceptable for that only, right? Or maybe you're a traveler, then could be a guide, with multiple other professions. Right, but for normal ones, I would suggest you that these ones are also doing wonderful job. So one is there, one is this, so you can have multiple ones right there. So these will help you to get through your resumes. Now, any question? Any question? Are they not same? Academic details, CV is no longer academic diary, can't you? Are you not able to hear me? Are you not able to hear me, people? Okay, all right. Now, these resumes will help you. Now, this is how you would be designing. So now this is your profile picture, similar like we did in LinkedIn. Now, this profile picture will again play a very important role, right? Whether you want to add in or you don't want to add in, this is completely your choice. Is there disturbance in my voice? Is it? Can you all please acknowledge? Am I audible clearly? Hi, friends. Am I audible clearly? Yes, no, maybe. Can I have the acknowledgements? Who all can't hear you? It's clear, right? My voice is breaking. Is it now clear? Better than before? I hope now it's better than before. All right. All right. Thank you. Now let's see here. This is your display picture. So here you can have your image, your photograph of your professional photograph. Then again, don't go for those A4 size, your passport size photographs, not recommended. You can edit your image accordingly if you want. See, now this also gives you this feature to edit your image according to you, right? So whichever is your favorite, you can do that. Even you want, you can crop your picture, right? If not, then cancel it. You can flip them, flip horizontal, vertical accordingly. If you want, you can use the animators as well, right? So that's how it looks digitally if you are posting it somewhere, right? So that is also again one option there. Correct. So this is the options that you would have. Now this is your personal information area. Let me first tell you this. Now any recruiter who would want to see you, want to know you first, will have the screening. So the first thing that you're going to put in your resume is your personal information. When I say personal information, then the person is seeking for your phone number. So this phone number is not a valid number, so please do not try calling it. Email, any email address, right? So this is again a dummy one. Then address is your, you can have two addresses out here. One could be a permanent address, and second where you are currently living, because it could be a place, so maybe you belong to uh, Kerala, and then you are situated these days, you are living or you are staying with your friends or for a job in Gurgaon, Delhi, Faridabad, or wherever it is. So that will be your current address, permanent address, and current address. So you have to mention both of them. Can anyone tell me what is the relevance of giving both the addresses out here? Can someone tell me what is the relevance of adding the address out here? Can someone tell me? Okay, let me tell you. I am not getting answers actually. Okay. So now here you put address in both format, like current address and your permanent address, because if there is an opening for, let's say, Bangalore, right, and you are residing in Gurgaon, then definitely they'll ask you, are you ready to relocate? Or maybe companies, they sometimes have specific obligations of places as well. For example, if I'm hiring for the position of, maybe in the location of Gurgaon, and if somebody is staying very near to Delhi, so my first preference would be him. Why? Apart from skills and all, that is a secondary stage, but this first stage will help me to find out that yes, the person can easily accommodate, can really, commute, to the office. So definitely it could be one of my criteria to add the address in my resume. Email ID is important for everyone to mention, because that's how you will be reachable. Also, your all communications will happen out here. Third thing, it is a it's very much needed, because when you will be sharing, exchanging any of the information or maybe any important document, definitely it will happen over the mail. So please ensure that you mention only that email address which you are using frequently, and which is in the working state. And then the phone number. I always suggest my students to give at least one alternate number if you are not reachable. Possibly the second person, the alternate number person, could reach there and then, right? Because sometimes company, they do call you, but some of the reasons you are not audible, you're not reachable. So definitely they can have an alternate number so that you are reachable, because big brands, they don't have time to continuously call you hereafter, right? So that's the reason. Now all these details, to you can actually make the, you can have different size, different colors, right? So that is all, you can make the changes in here. You can change the size of the fonts, you can change the styles, colors, bold, italic, like same what you can do in the word form also. Is it clear, everyone? Till now, is it clear? Yes, no, maybe? Yes. All right, thank you. All right. It's clear. Okay. All right. Now comes your second is your education. Now your education will be always in the chronological order. Now what do you understand from chronological order? If I say your question should be in the chronological order, what does that mean? What does that mean if I say your resume should be in chronological order? Sorry, your education should be in chronological order. See, when I say chronological order, then that means you what is your highest education should be on top, right? Then your school name, your year of passing, then your university or maybe the board that you have passed, that name maybe CBSE or something like that, right? Then your school name, whatsoever it is. So that is how in the chronological you will be mentioning it. So do not finish it by just putting your 10th and 12th, that's all. No. So maybe your higher education is BTech, so that will be coming on the first. What, like for example, it is 2021 to present or 2022 present, it's going on, right? So that ways. And then maybe your 12th and then 10th standard. Also it is recommended to put your, you can put your grades as well. Now your grades will help you to really qualify few rounds. Now if you think your academics are really not great, right, and you don't have scores, you have scores which is less than 60%, then probably I would not suggest you to uh, mention your grades out here, right? Then you can avoid them. Then you can just probably say them when they ask you, but not here. Then here you can talk about your expertise. When I say expertise, you can talk about your technical skills. So whichever is your great one, you can have it on the top. So it shouldn't be like you put the least known familiar language at the first, right? Just because you just read it somewhere, you write maybe, if you think you don't know Python, you don't know R language, you don't know AW, whatsoever it is, I'm not a technical person on the top. So the recruiter will understand that if you have written something on the top, you are expert of that. You're expert of that, right? So it is very much important that you mention the the expertise or the skills that you know best should be on the top. Then in languages, under languages section, you can write down the languages that you know. So when I say languages, this is your spoken language. Do not mix it up with Python, C, C++ or whatsoever it is. So English, Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Spanish, French, German. So whichever language you are comfortable with, you can put in out here. Any doubts so far? Any doubts so far? Yes. And if you have experience, then yes, and I'm coming to experience part. Don't worry. Now when you come across, now these are the few information. Also you can have, you can add here is your LinkedIn ID, right? You can also mention one new here, that is your LinkedIn ID, because it is also very much important. So you can add one. I'm sure you all have now LinkedIn IDs created with you. I have asked you the first time, right? Last time we all did LinkedIn ID, so you all can give the links out here by updating it. Correct? Now, once you complete it, you come to the experience part. Now this is something which is different if you are an experienced person. Now if you don't have experience, what will you do, right? Now see here, this is a name. Now if you want, you can give a styling to your name by giving one in bold, one in simpler format. And this is the designation that a person has given. You can give yourself designation as intern, as a maybe, you know, fresher data analyst, as a maybe a junior software engineer, right? So whichever is your domain, you can add in out here in your designation. So she works as a professional, as a marketing manager. So that's what she has done for herself. Now this comes, these have two domains. Now this section has two domains. One, either you can put in here is your work summary or your career objective. Now if you are a fresher, definitely you are going to put your career objective. If you are an experienced, you will be typing here as your work summary. I repeat, if you are a working experience, you are a professional, sorry, that ways you will write here as your work summary, professional summary, profession summary, right? And if you are a fresher, you will write here as your career objective. Now I assume that most of us out here are as most of us are here freshers, right? Now for you, you will be writing the career objective. Now the career objective means what is your objective of your career. Now maximum of you, what you do is when you type in Google career objective of a software engineer, you get few I mean, you know, basic answer like seeking for the opportunity to work for a company so and blah and blah, right? Which even if I would look at it into in another 10 or 15 minutes, I will get to understand that this is something which is copied and pasted. Have you all made your resumes for my information? Have you all made resumes for yourself? What did you? Yes, absolutely. See, this is what I'm just showing you as in format. You will have number of formats for ready for yourself. Don't worry. Right. So there are a lot of templates which are available. I'm just showing you how can you have a beautiful one. It's not like I'm compulsorily asking you to make one on this format. You can use the simpler one as well. So don't worry on this. Yeah. Yes, the names are Zety, Zety. I repeat, it's Zety. It's Canva or Novo or Resume Builder. So these are few websites on which you can create free resumes for yourself, right? Now, coming back to here, what is career objective and how do we write it? Now, maximum of you would just copy and paste, and trust me, guys, the ones you write seeking for the opportunity, the person will understand you have copied and pasted from somewhere, right? So it's a request, it's an instructions, it's the suggestions. Make your own career objective. That means what are you going to serve to the company? The company would ask you. So in that particular objective, you should add, first of all, who you are, what are you going to serve to the organization, and how organization is going to get benefited. Like few students out here, they mention you know they mention out here by saying looking for the opportunity to where my company can teach me something, and where I can where I can learn, I can grow. So my dear friends, you are going to search a job, you are going to serve the company, and there is no company who would like to buy you for a package of 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, and then they teach you first and then they will make you enter. No, my dear friends, something like this is not going to happen. You are responsible for your own jobs. So your career objective should be more on giving side rather than taking side. Agreed? Understood? Understood? Everyone? All right. Now, how your career objective should be. Now, I'll show you few examples. I'm just showing you examples. Do not take them as to by heart. Do not take them to your heart. Software engineer. Now, let's see few. Now, see, you will get so many choices. A motivated individual with depth knowledge of languages and development tools. Now, rather complain, saying seeking for the opportunity, a hardworking person looking for the growth, organizational growth. This is all false promises. Here, you are going to write what you are. See, read all lines, you will understand. A motivated individual with in-depth knowledge of languages and development tools. Not to be precise, you can write down here in-depth knowledge of C, C++, Java, Python, AWS, or whatsoever it is, and development tools, seeking a position in growth-oriented company where I can use my skills to advantage of the company while having the scope to develop my own skills. Now, this resume is more on the giving side. The person has mentioned that first he want to seek a position growth oriented company where he can use his skills to advance the company, where he can use his skills to grow the company. Side by side, he is also looking for his development. Now this is could be an ideal career objective. Then you can have C, interested in the role of a software engineer where I can contribute my analytical skills, knowledge acquired by pursuing my degree in software engineer, looking for a dynamic and progressive company where my skills are utilized in maximum way possible, or where I can use my C++, language skills, or maybe data science or cyber security or whatsoever it is, right? You can mention it out here. All right. So this is how you do it. Getting my point? How you will be writing down your career objective, everyone? Good. All right. Now this career objective is very very much important. Now few of the recruiters, not few, most of the recruiters, they are very intelligent. You know what they do is, do you know what they do? They will take your resume and they will ask you, can you please talk about your career objective? They will ask you, can you please talk about your career objective? Now you will be in the dilemma, because what you have done was you have just copied and pasted it somewhere. So my dear friends, whenever you are making or building a resume for yourself, do ensure that your resume, whenever you're building a resume, your career objective should be your career objective. It shouldn't be copied and pasted. If it is copied and pasted, or you must have taken a help from somewhere, you better make it in your own words, or you understand what have you written. Because what happens is, we all believe in friendship, right? Are you not my friend? Tu mera bhai nahi hai, right? Please send your resume. He will be like all in tears. My dear friend asked me a resume. Can I not help him this also? So over the night he'll share one resume to him. Just he will not bother. Just he will just change the name and father's name, or maybe a mother name, and everything will be all same, and will share it in front of the recruiter. So my dear friends, the recruiters are very intelligent. They are very very much learned people. They catch every second. They catch all these small minute holes in a second. And your resume cannot be copied. It cannot be survived. It could not be someone else's information. You have to sit for yourself. You would have to make it by your own, right? So that's how your career objective should be very very much owned by you. Any doubt so far? Any doubt so far? Any doubt? Good. All right. Then comes to experience. Now if you are if you are an experienced person, so definitely you will start with the experience, right? That in which, starting with the chronological order. So maybe if you have experience of 3 years, so definitely your present company would come first, your company name, and just your position and your company name. That's more than enough, right? And your job position out here. So it will have your date. Like for example, you started this company in 2021, then you're still there, so you can write down your present, right? So if you're still working here, you can write it down as present, right? And then your job position out here, so you would be a manager, right? And then you can write down here your experience, your what do you do, what did you do, and what do you do in this particular company. So you can write down this company name as maybe you are working with Amazon, let's say, right? So you are working as a manager, and then what are the responsibilities you are handling out here, you can mention out here. Now what my freshers would do, so for freshers this experience will have your projects, what all projects did you handle. Now under your projects, which all informations would be there, I'll show you. Under your projects, right, you will have project name, team size, tools and technology use, your role, objective, outcome of this project. Now whenever you will be writing down the summary of the projects, here you will be mentioning about what is the project name, what is the team size. Now if it is your personal project, you can write down here. If you don't have team size, you can write down here as personal. Now anybody would get to understand that this is something which is handled by in you. There is no other participant which is aligned for this thing, right? Then tools and technology used, which all tools and technology that you have used, you can write down here. For example, you used maybe artificial intelligence, you used machine learning, you used AWS, you use what. So those tools and technologies you will use. Then what is your role into that particular uh, project? So you can write down, maybe you were the coordinator, you were the coder, you were working on front end, back end, you were working as an operation, you were working in operations. So maybe what's your profile, you can write down here, and what was the objective of this project and what was the outcome of this project. So these detailed information should be there in your projects. Did you all get this? Did you all get this? Yes, no, maybe. All right. Now, after your projects, then you will also talk about your trainings and certifications. Trainings and certifications. Now, under this training and certifications, you will mention all the trainings that you have taken so far. right? All kind of trainings that you have taken so far will come under trainings and certifications, right? So here, how will you mention out your trainings and certification? Now, first is the certification that you have taken, then the company's name from where you have taken it, and when did you take it, right? So all these three informations should be there under trainings and certifications, which is a must thing, right? Now, the agenda of adding these trainings and certifications are, the person wants to understand that whether when you say that your expertise is in UI, or maybe C, C++, Java, Python, R language, or IoT, or whatsoever it is, how can you claim that you know all these things? Because you have taken an expert advice, you have taken some expert certification against it. So that's the reason you're claiming yourself as an expert of this. And how can you claim a master of this? Because I have made the project using all these skills. So that's how these three things are interconnected to each other, and these three things should be there in your resume. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Any doubt? Okay. So now further, I'm not, overburdening you here today. So we will continue this session tomorrow, sharp at 10 o'clock. I am sure you all must be tired, right? So please come tomorrow, 10 o'clock sharp in the morning, right? And then we will do it, the rest of the resume. And I hope you all will be tired. Too much for you for today, right? We'll continue tomorrow with this. I hope this session also gave you a lot of insight of resume writing. And yes, obviously, we will, ensure doing it tomorrow as well. All right. So till then, please take care of yourself and do well. And let's meet tomorrow at 10 sharp. Do not miss. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, participants. Have a nice day ahead. Bye bye. Take care.